Welcome everybody to the second episode of Taped Up. I'm your host, Peen Poppy, and I'm here with my two co-hosts, Ryan and Eric. This weekend was a lovely weekend of football because the Browns got a win, the Packers didn't get to win, and Eric got to go to his first ever NFL Browns football game.
I did, yep.
Let's get it started here with the Thursday night slate with the Chiefs
Welcome
and Broncos.
everybody to
Ryan,
the first.
Go ahead and tell.
Like whenever you fucking made it.
Starting with the Thursday night slate game, Chiefs and Broncos. Ryan, go ahead and get us started here, buddy.
Man,
Taylor
Chiefs look
Swift was
pretty
there.
bad. Okay,
Taylor Swift was there? No way.
who would
I
have
mean,
thought?
she's just a good luck charm, honestly. I mean, although the Chiefs are winning, let's be honest, their offense does not look in sync or well.
And
They
that
need
was
to figure
against
something out.
the Broncos, who had the 32nd ranked defense against the pass and the 31st against the run, or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. They need to figure something out. I don't know.
No.
I mean, I'm nowhere
Outside
near an
of-
NFL coach, so I'm not gonna make comments on it. But we need to figure something out down there.
Outside of
Kansas City.
Kelsey, there's nobody
Yeah.
else making plays for him.
And the Broncos are abysmal. Russell Wilson is a fraud, and I think personally they need to fire Sean Payton at this point.
As well,
Eric?
Fire
not going to
both.
gain anything from it.
Fucking fire both.
Season's over already.
The Kansas City kicker got me 17 points. That's awesome. Love it when my kicker gets me more than 7 points. In fantasy, that is.
Love that.
Moving on to the London game, Ravens-Titans. Although the Ravens did score 24, it did not look like their offense came to play this weekend. I don't know.
Brian Tannehill did get hurt. Malik Willis made an appearance. We'll see.
True.
We'll see.
If I
what
remember
happens
right,
next week.
and one of you two can correct me, didn't they bench Ryan Tannehill for him last year for like 2 weeks, and then put Tannehill back in?
I think so.
so.
Something
Yep.
like that. He might have got
Willis
hurt,
got
or
hurt
if
or
he was
something.
playing really bad. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But
All right, at least we're all on the
Tucker
same page to a
kicks
degree.
6 field goals.
Yeah, I mean
That
that's
game was
Tucker,
just
right?
awful.
Yeah, it was awful to
Yeah.
watch, especially that early in the morning.
I mean, good for the Ravens because it was their debut in London, but still,
I mean, I
awful
guess.
game.
I mean, awful for the Browns though, because the Ravens would have lost. It'd have been a lot better. But whatever. Derrick Henry looked like he might be getting back into full swing of things. 12 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. We'll see what happens.
Washington and Atlanta. Sam Howell had one hell of a game.
Yeah, Sam Howell with 3 touchdowns. Really holding stick. He's sticking true to the Brett
Commanders,
Favre
3
comparisons.
yeah, gunslinger.
Brett Favre for sure. Ritter also had 3 picks and was unable to let the Falcons get back into the game at any point. Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Cincinnati and Seahawks.
I mean, Cincy's defense looked good, but Seattle threw this game. No way.
Yeah,
around
Seattle
it.
had
So-
plenty of opportunities to win it, and they just
Would
could
you
not,
tell me
for
4
whatever
times in the
reason.
red zone and never kicked a
Yeah,
field goal?
4 times in the fourth quarter, down 4 points, never kicked a field goal. I mean,
Yeah,
one of them
so-
they threw a pick on one of them, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
literally could have won by 6.
take
but
the
all right.
points. This
Yeah.
whole go for it thing's really starting to piss me off.
That's the tush
Just
push.
take your points. Down 4, take the 3. Then you need another 3.
Before we go on,
Not that hard.
you guys think the NFL should ban the tush push? Yes or no?
No,
Neither
there's
do
a
One
I.
bunch
team
of
is-
weak-minded
only one team is
individuals
doing it
that think
successfully.
that.
Only
Um,
one team is doing it successfully every time. Just because nobody else can doesn't mean you can ban it.
Speaking of the Cincinnati Seahawks, Burrow also couldn't get in the
Cincinnati
red zone.
Seahawks.
That we're just on.
Speaking of them,
It was just the way you said it. It sounded like Cincinnati Seahawks.
But Burrow couldn't get in the red zone in the second half at all. But the Bengals defense held the Seahawks, obviously.
I mean, if we continue to spiral down this trend with the Bengals offense, we're going to have to start having a conversation on Joe Burrows. I'm not going to have it yet because I'm not going to hate on a guy for having 6 mediocre games after getting paid, but we need to have a conversation soon.
I'd say the conversation starts with Zach Taylor before
I mean, always
Joe
their play
Burrow.
calling is awful. They don't run the ball enough, and then when they try to run the ball, it's too late.
I've seen so
What-
many
I
of
don't
their.
know- I don't know what changed from last year to this year. Like I know that he's hurt, but like
He said last week is the best he's felt since last year or whatever. I mean, he could just be saying that, but I've seen so many route concepts that they run where they have 3 receivers within 7 yards of each other.
wasn't
That
T-
should
was-
never happen.
Was T Higgins back in?
I think so.
No, T. Higgins
No?
did play, but he only got 2 receptions for 20 yards.
See, T,
And he was
you were
only
right.
targeted 4 times.
I didn't-
And Jamar
last-
Chase was targeted 13 times and had 6 receptions. So I don't know. I don't
Last
know. I don't want to make
episode-
assumptions yet.
Last episode, you said that once T Higgins gets back in, it's going to be the same shit. And I honestly didn't think so, but it honest, it turned out that way. So.
I mean, there's only been a handful of offenses in the NFL that's had this kind of receiving core that I can think of off the top of my head, and they didn't win. I mean, the Falcons had a receiving core similar to this with Tony Gonzalez, Julio Jones, and Roddy White, and I don't think they ever made it past the first round of the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
And
the
this
same,
team,
basically
go
the
ahead.
same roster since 2 years ago during the Super Bowl, and then
Right,
AFC Championship.
right. That's what I'm
Now
saying. I mean, they
they're
have Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Joe Mixon, all on offense
Frank
with Joe Burrow,
Irwin.
obviously. And I just feel like time and time again, they're just not getting it done. So I don't know. It might start with Zach Taylor, but if this continues to spiral and trend, we will have to conversate about Joe Burrow. So I don't care what anybody says.
Next up,
Jags and Colts.
we can go down to Duval. Jags looked pretty good. Gardner Minshew did not.
Gardner
Picks.
Minshew looked good in a losing fashion, per usual. And Trevor Lawrence is proving that he was arguably the best quarterback in that draft.
Scored 21 points in the second quarter. Definitely, for sure now, I think, no doubt that Jags will win the division.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was ever in question, honestly.
Yeah, Texans are good, but they're not.
I think we'll see another Jaguars AFC Championship run, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Dolphins and the Panthers. Panthers scored 14 points in the first quarter.
And then zilch.
7 in the fourth.
Hell yeah. Adam Thielen looks good.
Adam
Good for
Thielen
him.
does look good coming back from injury and being old as shit. And I think personally the Panthers will go in 17 this year.
You guys think they should put old Red Rocket back in there?
Probably will.
I mean, he
low
looked
key.
the best.
He looked,
and not even just for that, just for
1 week he
the
played
point they have no chances in this season, so they're not going to get their first overall pick hurt. So you might be seeing him week 8, week 9.
Yeah, and Bryce Young's running for his life a lot and getting hit a lot. Whether it's a sack or not, he's still getting hit a lot. So it might just get to the point where they just have to put him in for insurance purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Moving on to Texans and Saints, right?
Yeah. I called C.J. Stroud's first interception. Was not against Marshawn Lattimore, but hey.
You called that last week?
Yeah, I did say that last week. Go watch the tape. Go watch the tape.
We're going to start calling you That's So Ryan.
I requested it, so rewind.
That's So Ryan.
Pretty straightforward. The Saints offense looked abysmal.
Saints offense looks terrible. Just like 2 weeks ago, I think Derek Carr, when we were playing the Packers, Derek Carr messed up his shoulder, and now they're having him throw the ball 50 times. Like, give it to Kamara. He only had 68 yards, but find a way to get it to Kamara or Olave or Michael Thomas. Or,
I mean, I know they're they're putting up numbers, but like,
yeah, their star players aren't scoring.
I mean, I know it's early, but do we think the Texans can make the playoffs?
If Derrick Henry
in the AFC, probably not.
If CJ Stroud keeps playing the way he does, then probably
maybe tap that extra wild card spot.
It'll be close.
I'm going to say wild
AFC
card.
is pretty loaded.
I'm not going to say. I'd say.
No, they're not going to win their division. Not at all.
I'd say wild card at the most.
Why does Taysom Hill have 7 receptions? That can't be happening.
Taysom Hill.
It can't be happening. You can let him run. Let him run. Don't throw him the ball 7 times. Vikings, Bears.
My bad.
Justin Fields looks great. 58 passing yards.
A boring ass game.
I love Justin Fields. Justin Fields is so good. He's the king of the North. They're going to take the North and never give it back.
Didn't he break his thumb or some shit?
Dislocated.
Yeah. I still think if he would have played, the Vikings would have lost that game still, because the Vikings are terrible.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
That would be good again.
I don't know. I mean, Kirk Cousins showed that last year was a fluke because Justin Jefferson went crazy. Now Justin Jefferson's gone. We're going to see the real Kirk Cousins, which is nobody.
No, it's not looking great over there in Minnesota.
49ers and Browns.
I mean, Eric, you got to
take it away.
How was it?
All right, here we go. Probably the best first game anyone could ever go to. I just want to say that. I went into the game thinking the Browns.
Did you go to the Browns game?
Yep, I sure did.
Holy shit! This guy went to the Browns game.
I went into the game thinking that we were going to get fucking destroyed. I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure everyone did.
I didn't. I had faith.
49ers scored.
No, you did.
49ers scored quick.
Why?
and I thought it was over.
Check the tape. Last week I said the Browns were winning.
Yeah, you meant it.
Well, all I'm saying
Browns
is
defense is fucking unstoppable. They're not pretenders. Just want to say that.
Yeah. Who I was getting ready to say they was
PJ
calling us
Walker
pretenders.
didn't
We
look
don't
too
play
bad.
nobody. Man, I don't know. Tell them now.
PJ Walker didn't look bad coming out the practice squad.
Brock Purdy had 9 completions until that final drive to get him in the field goal range. That's ridiculous.
That last
9
drive,
completions in a full NFL game.
that last drive
Up to the last minute and a half.
scared the shit out of me. That long run by Ayuk, I was like, oh god.
What was it? A 41-yarder that they missed for the win?
Yes,
41?
I think so. And dude, you should have felt the damn stadium when he missed. I'm telling you right now.
I can only imagine.
It was shaking.
To anybody that watches this podcast and don't think we take it serious, we send our podcasters to the game. So if you want to get on here and get flown out to a game, let us know. We got you. Eric's got you.
All right.
The fact that PJ Walker and the Browns beat the Niners and Zach Wilson and the Jets beat the Eagles is pretty ridiculous.
Hold on.
That is
the fact that PJ Walker threw for less than 200 yards, 2 interceptions, and touchdowns, and we beat the 49ers
with no Nick Chubb.
Pretty impeccable. With no Nick Chubb.
And who's hurt? Like your left guard or something like that? Batonio?
Yeah, our left tackle.
Somebody's hurt. Sean Watson said, "See you soon." Is he coming back? Is he?
I was about
coming
to say
back?
something about that. So I don't know. The depth chart says on the Browns website, it says that he's playing, but we'll see Thursday.
You look at their injury report.
He has too much.
Or their
injury? No, he's not on the injury report. He's on the depth chart. It says who's starting against the Colts. And on the bottom, it has the injury report. He's not on. There. So
if we lose to the Colts after winning against the Niners, please log me off.
Guess what? T. Browns would be the Browns.
Yeah, we got.
That's all you can say is fuck.
I've got a bad feeling that the Packers are going to lose to the Broncos this week. So
I got a bad feeling.
I'll be seeing you guys there.
That'll be 3 weeks in a row of the Packers not winning. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Jeez Louise.
All I'm asking for.
See how happy I am for you guys when the Browns win, but T-Mac loves to tear me down.
No, because secretly, secretly you support the Browns. Like low key, like if the Packers blew up off the face of the planet, you would root for the Browns. Nah. If the Browns blew up off the face of the planet, I'd still hate the Packers.
Wow.
Broad franchise.
Wow. Anywho, let's go to the Patriots and Raiders. Real snooze fest. God. Brian Hoyer touches the field.
This is a season where the fucking Patriots just need to call it and just fucking draft some good people and just rebuild.
This is literally just karma for them owning the NFL for so long. Okay, it's about time we start seeing them lose for a while. Okay,
they had the GOAT Tom Brady.
They look so bad.
Listen,
they look so bad.
Keep starting Mac Jones. Keep losing. I love it.
We're 1-5.
Yep.
Keep it that way.
When has the Patriots been 1-5? When's the last time they were 1-5? What were they last year?
I don't think they were 1-5 in my lifetime.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is crazy. Is it Bill Belichick? Is it
1995?
I think it's Mac Jones.
1995. Last time they.
I'm actually 100% certain it's Mac Jones. If they fired Mac Jones today and threw me in at cornerback, we'd win more games.
Okay.
I said what I said.
Go sign up. Go tell Bill.
I'll call Bill right now. Get him on the phone.
Hey, yo, Bill.
Lions Buccaneers.
Yo, first off,
Jared Goff is that guy.
353 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm happy to see Baker Mayfield not win every single game he's not supposed to win.
To get the offense
I'm just happy they didn't win, because then it would be a conversation of like, oh, did the Browns mess up getting rid of Baker Mayfield? We did, but like
they did.
Then he has those kind of games. That's what happened with the Browns too. I mean, he'd have like.
They have no run game in Tampa Bay. It is ridiculous. They have no run game.
I'm surprised they're not trying to sign Leonard Fournette now.
They should have. Yeah.
He went to the Bills, I think I saw, and they didn't want him. And I think Tampa Bay should just re-sign him. He knows the offense, and it gives you a running back that you can rely on at least.
No. Speaking of running backs, Dave Montgomery got hurt. Jahmyr Gibbs will be back this week. Other than without David Montgomery, the Lions their run game doesn't look too hot either.
Hey,
Craig
hot take.
Reynolds.
Fucking run the ball.
Is that who led the team? Yep.
Hot
I got
take.
10
Jared Goff
carries,
slinging that
15
thing out
yards.
there.
Hot take. Lions are going to the Super Bowl this year. I saw what I said.
I had him in my Super Bowl contenders in my tier list in the offseason, so
But
don't want to hear
they're
it.
going to go to the Super Bowl is what I'm saying.
What's the
They're not
record?
contender.
5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're Stephen A's number one team in the NFL right now.
I think the only team that can beat them in the NFC right now is the Niners. And I don't think they'll see the Niners in the playoffs.
I mean, they'd have to eventually.
No, I think Niners will get booted out early.
Who?
Anybody. I think it's just the way it's going to go this year, if I'm being honest. And then the Lions going to just walk right into the Super Bowl and then probably
Lose
to the Jaguars.
Lose to the Jags? Oof.
Hey, listen, in 2024, we're going to have a Jaguars and Lions Super Bowl. 3 years ago, people would have laughed at
It's
you.
so weird to fucking think about. Jags and Lions.
You heard it here
Super Bowl.
first. Jaguars, Lions, Super Bowl. Calling it now. Moving on.
Cardinals, Rams.
I mean, the Cardinals they need to just be delegated. I mean, just get rid of them, please.
Like I predicted also last week, the Cardinals' juice is wearing off.
Anyone
They're not
know
going to be playing with that
is
fire in their gut.
Kyler Murray out for the season?
No,
I think he's supposed to be back.
He's
like, if
supposed
they
to
have
come
a
back, but
run.
I don't know if they will bring him back or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't play him.
I'd say because I don't know how much longer they can take Josh Dobbs. I mean, he's doing a
They're
decent
gonna
job.
they're gonna take Josh Dobbs the rest of the season.
Yeah, James Conner getting hurt is a big loss for them. He's actually doing pretty good for this start of the season. Cooper Kupp back and scoring and catching and running and 7 for 148.
Like since he's been back the last 2 weeks, you haven't heard much about Puka Nacua.
I think last week he had a pretty good game, but yeah,
I kind of
Puka dropped that one touchdown pass this week. Should have caught it. Had 4 receptions for 26 yards.
All right, Eagles and Jets. Let's talk about that real quick.
Jeez Louise. Jets defense is, I mean, they've been pretty good, but for your defense to solely win you that game is pretty nuts.
Jalen Hurts throwing 3 interceptions.
I think Jalen Hurts' struggles is what's going to cost him a chance at the Super Bowl this year. I mean, he's throwing a pick every week. I have him as my fantasy quarterback. We had 30 points going in the fourth quarter.
How many picks does that man have?
I looked back and it had 20.
7 interceptions.
I was scared.
Jeez.
I won by 10 points in fantasy.
Yeah, I'm scared Aaron Rodgers is going to come back and they're going to play. They're winning the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
I'll be terrified.
Don't they have a bye?
Okay.
Yeah, they have a bye this week, and then.
But if Zach White somehow miraculously gets him to the playoffs,
Zach.
Do you bench him?
Wilson,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
You bench
He hasn't
him
done
even
any.
if he gets you there?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
you
not
bench-
getting them there. Look at his
Bench
stats.
Zach Wilson over Aaron Rodgers.
I'm just asking. I need to be a hater.
Yeah,
That's just-
he's getting
that's
benched
just-
for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Wilson's stats have been a little bit better this year than Aaron Rodgers, huh?
It's
Alright,
Aaron
dude.
Rodgers' first fucking week.
He had 2 snaps before he blew it out. All right.
He had 4,
That's a
he had
hit
4.
problem. Yeah, that's 4's minimum. That's a hit
and he got
problem.
hit on 3 of them. Out of the 4 snaps, he got hit 3 times.
Giants and the Bills.
Giants and Bills.
Sunday night. Honestly, I thought the Giants were going to come back. I mean, they could have come back
Honestly?
a couple times. Let's hold on before we even start.
That was an ugly game.
let's
There were so many.
let's talk
flags.
about Tyrod Taylor calling an audible with 2 seconds left, no timeouts. Last play.
put it on
before
Dayball.
half.
I put it on Dayball. Why are you calling it? Why are you giving him a play? I don't know if Dayball calls
Shoot, why are
plays,
you
so
giving
I'm
that
going to pause.
option, but
Why are you giving it a play with a run tag if you don't want him to run it?
true.
But what if he
But,
what if he scored on it?
You're a professional athlete. You're a professional quarterback. You should know. You should know not to run the ball with no timeouts left. 2 seconds for half. A little bit common sense there, Tyrod.
I don't know. I think if he scored, we'd be having a different conversation. I think the only reason we think it's dumb is because he didn't score. He could have saw something a little bit different. Linebacker shifting over. He thought he had a quick gap, and he didn't get it. I don't know.
I think there still would have been some questions if he scored, but not.
I don't think
it
I'm a
wouldn't have been
quarterback in
as
the NFL,
bad.
and I don't think I'll question it because I don't know.
I don't know. But
Yeah,
I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here with a
I
fucking
high-roaded you.
podcast with 8 subscribers. I'm just sitting here talking. Anyways,
I roaded you, buddy. I roaded you.
Cowboys and Chargers.
That was a pretty good game.
That was a really good game.
I wouldn't say
didn't watch
really
a single
good.
snap.
The talk of the game was that chick, the NFL plant or whatever they're calling it.
I don't get that. Why would they plant a fan?
I don't know. Apparently they did it.
Asian lady going crazy at the game.
Apparently they did it a few years ago or something, and
yeah, I just saw she has allegedly she has a son that plays for the Vikings. But I don't know. She doesn't look old enough to have a son that plays on the Vikings. So who cares? Who knows? Nobody knows. Who cares?
No one knows.
I don't. Justin Herbert missed 4 or 5 throws that Justin Herbert never misses. So that was a bit concerning.
That last throw he had.
I know that's a lot of throws he had. He missed maybe 2 touchdowns alone to Keenan Allen, wide open.
I just want to know when we're gonna stop pretending that Justin Herbert's the second coming of Jesus.
Not.
And just let him be the mid quarterback that he actually is in the NFL.
Mid.
What has he done?
Who are you?
All right, moving on.
Brandon Staley. If there's another coach there and Brandon Staley's not calling plays, Justin Herbert has a AFC championship by now. Not a Super Bowl.
Okay. But seeing how he doesn't, he's literally Tony Romo.
Nah.
We'll see. We'll see
Justin
how the
Herbert's
pans
a
out.
top 10 quarterback.
I'll give you top 10.
I mean, okay, it's pretty broad.
That's not mid.
Tony Romo was a top 10 quarterback every season, so carrying on.
Romo was ass.
Was he?
Yeah, awful.
I mean, he threw some interceptions to end games, but stats-wise, if I showed you his stats against somebody else's stats, I think you would question whose ass.
Let's go ahead and run through these Week 7 picks.
Jaguars and Saints, Thursday night. Give me the Jags. I got Jags.
If Trevor Lawrence got hurt, so I don't know if he's playing, but if he does, give me the Jags. If he doesn't, I don't even know who the Jags' backup quarterback is. So give me the Saints.
I was going to predict his stats, but I'll say it anyways. I think he'll throw 2 touchdowns and 300 yards.
Wow, good prediction. We'll see.
CJ
London game.
Beathard. CJ Beathard is the backup.
Nice. Falcons and Bucks.
Give me the
Bucks.
Bucks. Baker Mayfield.
Give me the Bucks.
Go ahead and Ryan, do your order because my order's.
Who do you have, Eric? Falcons or Bucks? Jeez Louise, get with the program. It's at Buccaneers.
At Tampa?
Yeah.
I go with the Bucks.
Raiders, Bears.
Give me the Bears. Justin Fields or not.
Give me the Raiders. Jimmy G or not.
I'm going to go Bears.
I think they might throw Aiden O'Connell in.
Who's the Bears backup?
Some undrafted dude from a Division II school.
Yeah, he'll be better.
Never know.
Browns, Colts.
The Browns.
At Indianapolis.
The Browns.
Yeah, give me the Browns. Commanders, John.
For the Colts. Reverse psychology.
Wow, this dude hates the Browns.
Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology.
Commanders at Giants. Give me the Commandos.
Give me the Commanders and Sam Howell over 300 yards.
I'll go to Commanders. I was going to say Giants, but
no.
I don't think
That'd be
so.
very stupid of you.
Yeah. Commanders all day.
Lions at Ravens. Lions are 3-point underdogs in this game.
Really?
And I'll be taking the Lions.
I'll take the Lions.
I'll also be taking the Lions. Lions have a better offense and their defense is almost just as good.
Bills at Patriots.
Give me the Bills.
I'm thinking Patriots. I think Mac Jones might slice and dice this Bills secondary.
Not this G League
I'm just kidding.
NFL players.
Bills by 30.
Got Bills.
Cardinals at Seahawks. First 4 o'clock game, I believe. Yes, it is.
I'll take the Seahawks.
Who would have
I'll
thought?
take the Cardinals.
Huh?
I'll say it.
Huh?
I'll say it.
I think the Seahawks are worse at home for whatever reason. They play worse at home for some reason. But
Yeah, Seahawks are -8 though. So
either way, give me the Seahawks. Steelers at Rams.
Give me the Rams.
I'll go the Rams.
Give me the Steelers for some weird reason. We got the Chargers at the Chiefs.
I mean, this is just the game where
This should be a good ass game.
Herbert throws for 300 yards and still loses.
Give me the
Usual.
Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
Chiefs got a pretty good defense this year. Give me the Chiefs.
Is it at Arrowhead?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs. Swift's
Arrowhead. Packers at the Broncos.
Give me the Broncos.
Gosh, you hate the Packers.
I've got a bad feeling about this game, but
Russell Wilson's going to throw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. And he might run one in.
Touchdowns?
He might run one in.
Russell Douglas is getting a pick. Call it. Call it now.
Call it now.
Call it now.
300 yards,
but
3 TDs,
yeah, I'm kind of scared
picks.
at this game. Coming off a bye, this is going to be a real kick in the dick if we lose. But Dolphins at Eagles Sunday night at Eagles.
It's going to be a
Should be a good
Dolphins
game.
By 10.
Eagles.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins. Oh, Eagles.
Got the Eagles.
Ooh.
Way to be different.
Dolphins are under the 2-point underdogs. I believe that's just home field advantage, but should be a good game. And then Monday night, we got the 49ers at the Vikings.
Niners by quite literally 50.
Yeah.
Say so.
Good little bounce back spot for the 49ers.
Yeah,
against a terrible Vikings defense.
Somebody. Is CMC playing?
They said, I think I saw somebody say he has a chance to play, but even if he doesn't, I think Elijah Mitchell will have 250 yards rushing.
Debo is also day-to-day, so we have no idea what's going on. Ryan, you want to go ahead and call your bets off?
We got 4 this week. We're going to be taking the Bills, -8.5. The Lions, +3.5. The Commanders, money line. And the Dolphins, +2.
Wow.
That's Ryan's week 7 picks of the NFL season.
You're not taking Niners -7?
No.
Right.
I probably will eventually. We'll see. That number will probably get a little bigger, but we'll see.
That.
Do we want to do college or not this week?
We can do the top 5 like we did last week.
5.
Yeah, we're going to start in with the NCAA football. Georgia beating Vanderbilt 37-20. Georgia looking back
it's
like
the first time Vanderbilt scored a touchdown on them in like 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, true. Moving right on to Michigan versus Indiana. Yes, everybody. Michigan beat Indiana. Congratulations.
They were down 7-0. They were down 7-0.
We know the Ohio State game was closer, but that was week 1 against a conference team.
Against a quarterback that didn't start, by the way.
Making his first career start.
However, the Michigan Wolverines do look scary, but I still think they'll lose in the first round. Ohio State best Purdue 41-7. Kyle McCord looking pretty good, 276 yards, 3 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. keeping the Heisman hopes alive with 6 receptions, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. Moving on, Florida State versus Syracuse. I didn't even know Syracuse had a football team, and I still don't believe they do. I think they sent their basketball team out. Lost 41-3, and FSU rolls on to 6-0.
Washington, Oregon was a good game. At Oregon +3.5.
I was going to touch on Washington, Oregon.
Oregon +3.5 was
who's number 5?
Smackaroo.
Texas, right? They lost.
Washington's number 5.
Washington's number 5?
Yeah.
No, they were number 7 last week.
I'm saying they're number 5 now.
Yeah. Well, Penn State beats Massachusetts. I didn't even know Massachusetts was still a school. And game of the week was definitely Washington versus Oregon.
Game of the week was it's top 5, but we're talking about top 25.
Notre Dame, USC.
A number 21 versus number 10. One team not being in a conference, the other team being in one of the weakest conferences in football will not be game of the week in my mind, buddy.
But Notre Dame did face 4 ranked teams the last 4 weeks, all prime time.
That's literally because they're not in a conference.
I know that, but goddamn, They come back and win like that?
I mean, their quarterback's been there longer than I've been alive, so I don't know.
Caleb Williams looked really bad.
He did look really bad. So let's go ahead and touch there real quick before we move on. Who should be the number one quarterback taken coming into this draft?
I mean, it's going to be Caleb Williams.
Well, assuming Sanders is going to join the draft as well.
I don't think he'll be number one.
Well,
you don't think Caleb Williams will?
Let's assume
Sanders.
Let's assume the Patriots let's assume the Patriots are the first team to take a quarterback. It'd be Caleb Williams, right?
I heard that. Did you say Sanders is going to the draft?
I'm saying assuming he's going to the draft. I'm not saying he is.
He said I heard something that since Caleb Williams he said he probably won't be going.
Dion said he's staying.
For that reason. Yes, I do think Caleb Williams will.
I think, yeah.
Do you think Penix Jr. will be the best quarterback in the NFL in the next 5 years?
No.
I do. I love that kid. Reminds me of Geno Smith.
What the hell?
Geno Smith.
When he played for Washington or West Virginia, I mean.
Florida beat South Carolina. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah,
South Carolina's defense is a lot worse than I thought it was.
Ohio State's going to be playing Penn State this week.
They're going to be losing to Penn State. Penn State plus 4.5 for me. Please write it down. Take it to the cashier's counter.
It is kind of absurd that it's a 12 p.m. game because game of the week is, in fact,
That's where game day is going to be.
Ohio State. You hate them.
Yep.
Why?
Because everybody talks about how good they're the regular season champs. Never won anything.
They're literally the
people just suck them off like they're
national championship. But
okay, and now it's how many years ago? Was that 2014, 2012?
When's the last time Florida was relevant? I
don't care. I don't pay attention to Florida football.
I got to know when's the last time they were relevant.
Tim Tebow.
So like 2008. Okay.
We were on the national championship. That guy didn't throw that LSU player's cleat across the field and gave him a 15-yard penalty and set him up for a game-winning field goal.
You might be spitting there. For real though, are you taking the +4 on Penn State?
Yep.
Like that. I will be rooting for Ohio State and praying Penn State does not win.
Then my other college football picks will be Wisconsin money line, Michigan minus 24.5 against Michigan State, and Nebraska minus 11.5 versus Northwestern.
Should I do an NBA preseason recap real fast?
Go for it.
Victor Wembanyama looks pretty good.
Yes.
So he tears every ligament in his ankle or something.
He's not going to do that. Going into the NBA preseason, quick recap here. Victor Wembanyama does look like he's the potential number one overall pick that everybody wanted, although I still think Chet will be Rookie of the Year. Miami Heat not getting Damian Lillard are walking in 2-1 in the preseason. So Tyler Hero is looking really, really good.
Tyler Hero looks like a crackhead.
It looks like the relationship between him and the organization is turning out pretty well. Damian Lillard got his first debut against the Lakers. LeBron ended up leaving halftime, changing the street clothes and eating his dinner on the bench, and that was the story. Not Damian Lillard. So other than that, it's looking about the same. Chris Paul looks weird in a Warriors jersey, but does look like he fits in, especially with that second unit. And the Celtics are going to be a very scary team in the regular season and lose in the first round, probably. So
and the Bucks are going to win the championship.
No. I hate to break it to everybody, but the Miami Heat will be going back to the championship. They will be healthy, and Tyler Hero will probably carry them there, averaging 26 points per game in the regular season.
Miami doesn't even make the playoffs this year.
Miami has been to the finals 2 in the last 4 years, and the Eastern Conference Finals 3 in the last.
It's a new year.
I don't think that they're not gonna not make it, buddy.
How many teams make it in each conference?
8 each side.
Okay, they might sneak in.
10 if you count the play-in. I mean, they were the AC last year, made it to the finals. So if they sneak in, just know they're dangerously looming.
They ain't getting to the finals.
And that wraps it up for
you. That was the luckiest run
Up.
I've ever seen.
That wraps up for you for the second episode of Taped Up.
Jimmy Butler's a fraud. We're going to have to start talking about him being 0-2 in the finals.
Ryan is a salty Packers fan, and I'm here with my boy Eric.
And tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
I will ball for you. Come on now.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been episode 2, Taped Up. See you guys next time. Peace out.